Hello everybody and welcome to another video with Spartan086 on model vehicles, and today we're doing the Striker or ICV, which stands for Infantry Carrier Vehicle. A bit of a funny one. This is actually a Forces of Valor, but it isn't. It's a Bravo team. Apparently these are very rare. So we'll get into it with this. Wee bit of history to the vehicle. Manufactured by General Dynamics Land Systems in America. Its engine is a Caterpillar C7, which produces 350 horsepower. Not bad. At the moment, the number produced is 4,900. The amount that the US Army uses is 4,466, which is quite impressive. Cost, you've got two cost breakdowns here. As of 2012, it was 4.9 million each. And as 2016 rolled on, it was 5.11 million each. Quite an expensive wee vehicle. The Striker or Infantry Carrier Vehicle is the US Army's more flexible armoured vehicle based on the Canadian LAV-3. So, like I did with the American LAV, the Marine version, it's very similar in appearance. Obviously, you'll find that the Striker is actually a bit longer, which is more similar, obviously, to the Canadian one. It was actually made to give the US military a better state of readiness in both mobility and logistics, compared to obviously the M2 Bradley, which is a big vehicle, wide, heavily armoured. If anybody's seen Pentagon Wars, you'll know that the Bradley actually wasn't supposed to be that way, but obviously with head sheds and the big wigs always wanting their bit to put in, they obviously make things bigger and to suit what they want. The Striker actually kind of went that way as well, but the idea behind it was a fast response vehicle in the event that such as a major war broke out anywhere in the world. Units like the 82nd Airborne could get these bad boys rolled onto Globemaster 3s, C5s, C130s, and they could head out fast. It also wasn't just as if it was just a car, it was armoured. It would provide firepower protection to the crews. So, in theory, it was very good. It was a very sound idea to come up with. But, excuse me, there was drawbacks. It drew a lot of criticism from within both the military and politics themselves. Politicians believed that too much money was being spent on the vehicle, that it wasn't actually hitting what was believed to be the focal points that were needed. So I always say I leave it up to troops on the ground, and I think at the beginning the troops were quite happy with the vehicle, given it the aspects that they were told that it was doing. They were quite happy with that. Roll on the Iraq invasion. Okay, Britain, America, a few other countries decide to go in, topple Saddam, get him out. Everybody's like, yeah, mission accomplished. Yeah, that's until the insurgency breaks out. Strikers were put in. They thought, well, the Striker will do it. It could be a good anti-insurgency vehicle. It's fast, it's armoured, it's got good firepower. Guess again, as I said before, with the Amtraks, the insurgents were very quick at learning. You know, hitting it, this and that wasn't working, so they started setting up RPG kill zones. They started setting up bigger IEDs, and it was found that the vehicle wasn't doing as well. Again, that's who you talk to. You know, you could hear it from one side saying it's terrible, the other side, guys in the grounds could say, well, so it wasn't as bad. But I've done a wee bit of research, and it did say that after all the upgrades they were doing to the vehicle, such as trying to change the suspension, armour, weapon packages, it slowed the vehicle down, and it didn't give it as better protection as they were hoping. So slowing it down, its mobility is lost, so it becomes an easier target. One soldier did say, and I think it was Mosul, did say when he was asked about the vehicle, how does he feel? He said things are getting worse, not better with it. So that kind of tells you all in there. Obviously once they started hitting it with the slate armour, which obviously you don't see on this, or slat armour, cage armour, whatever you want to call it, it lost a lot of its mobility, because it just at that time it was just enough to squeeze into a Herc, Now with the slat armour and all these other packages getting thrown out, it was too heavy and it was too big. Then there was the idea, well, we could just transport it as it is and then in country get it all set up. So that's another logistical nightmare for guys like the Remy section on the ground trying to do this. So overall it was a good vehicle, but at the start, but obviously things come along. The Americans tried to form these into big massive striker brigades to take over from the idea of armoured brigades, being more flexible, being more mobile, hit the target while moving, blah blah blah. It's always as if somebody up there's just sitting like, oh, that's a good idea, let's do that. Well, didn't work out as good as they thought. A wee bit more about the vehicle. It could have, in the beginning, obviously you've got the RCWS system, remote control weapon station here for 50 cal. As time went on, things changed with that. Obviously, they could add 50 cal. They started adding other things, 14.5mm, grenade launchers, and there is a version which has a 105 turret, and that is a self-loading 105. So it's obviously got an autoloader in it. Not much more to say about the vehicle itself. I don't really like it. I don't really like it at all. I didn't think it was very good. I'd seen that they kind of just pushed it on people in the military. I even seen, I've got a book about the US Army Rangers that said they were getting them, given to them, which they didn't want. Army Rangers, they're highly mobile, they want to be in fast, they boots on the ground, they don't want to be stuck in a vehicle. And I'm pretty sure they were in one of these when I got hit. I think it was around northeastern Iraq. It was a number of Rangers and a Delta man were in one of these and they get hit. Or was it a Pandora? It might have been a Pandora, I'm not sure. It might have been a Striker, I don't know. I need to look that up, sorry if I'm wrong. Overall, there is an upgrade package that's getting put in where they're talking about making more of a V-hull. So obviously IEDs, it gives a bit more protection to that, better comm system, better suspension, better weapons package, armour, engine, all to make the vehicle more reliable, more flexible in combat. Don't think so. Another thing about it is it has no outside operators. Nobody wants it. Israel were given some versions, they said nope. So, no big fan of Israel, but their combat experience is second to none. They know what they're talking about. So when they turn around and say, nah, they don't want it, then it kind of says something. They're probably looking at all the aspects of taking this vehicle into maybe the West Bank, and they're thinking, right, what could we come up against? And they're talking about obviously like watching how the Americans coped with the counterinsurgency, and they're going, the vehicle's not going to be that good. I mean, the Israelis have got their own vehicles and they know what they're doing, so it shows you. Right, to this vehicle, to this model, Bravo team. Apparently, it's a very rare versions. I picked this up. I can't find any of them at all in the UK eBay. The ones on the US ones are absolutely a fortune. Would say that this model is not that good. It's good, weathering, that, blah blah blah, yeah, fantastic. Apart from that, it's nothing. The wheels, yep, they turn, but it doesn't have the 8x8 or 8x4 or 4x4 wheel system. It's just simple as that. They don't turn at all. Not compared to the LEV. LEV one, that front two sets of the front four wheels turn. Right. On the Striker, the real Striker, you can have the rear four wheels stay in the position and the front four move. So you can turn them as you want to move. You can also make it 8x8 so that all the wheels turn. I'm not asking that the models do that. They don't have to make it so intricate. But what I'm saying is none of the wheels in this turn to any angle. The accessories, crap. The weapon station's alright, it's good, but I think the guy who had this previously might have glued a lot of it together. Fair play to him. A couple of the hatches open, that's it. That is it, that is really it. Rear door doesn't open. Obviously you get wee jerry cans here. You get wee comm ports here for the antennas. But that's it really, nothing. Overall, I'd say a 5 out of 10. It's got good weathering, that's probably what makes it, and the fact that it's a very rare version. I don't know if Forces of Valor are ever going to do any more versions of these at all. Bravo Team, another one, if anybody's a collector, you'll notice that they do some very good looking models, but once they're out the bag, that's it, they're not that great. It's just my opinion anyway. You can even see here, so if you go in the Commander's Scapula, you can see it's just painted. It's not that great. Not very well, same with the drivers. It's just rubbish. So, there we go. Bravo Teams, Forces of Valor, Striker 132. Just sit it on the shelf, that's all you can do with it. We'll leave it at that. Hope everybody's well and everybody's taking care. If you're liking the videos, please like and subscribe. I want to put something else out there. I had a recent comment talking about that I'd missed out certain vehicles. Yes, I have missed out certain vehicles from my videos, such as the new Jagdpanther Waterstones, versions are all going to be done in different videos. I'm going to do a different video on each of them. So I do have them all. I've got the T-34s, I've got the Henschel suspension Jagdtiger, I've got the Jagdpanther, I've got the Sherman Firefly, and I've got the 2 sets of 88s. They're all sitting in their boxes. So I will do separate videos on them. They'll be done at a later date. So don't think, haha, he's not getting any of the new ones. Haha, yes I do. I'm also hoping that the Porsche suspension Jagdtiger, it's going to be available soon on the UK market, and I'm going to get that bad boy on. If I can, I will do a video. If I get that soon, I will do a video specially for the two brand new Jagdtigers. Anyway, I'll stop babbling on. Hope you're well. Take care. If you're liking, subscribe and give us a like. Take care now. Bye bye.